out for your boy, just give me 5 minutes. I'll be in and out sick, they won't see me, no witness. I'm a stick up kid, regret some things I did. Can't be kind-hearted, it's just a life we live. I had a friend one time and we'd always rhyme rhymes. Got a demon in our mind, we committing a crime. So I started doing work, got me watching the house. When the father goes to work, she got a dick in the mouth. So the neighbor look a go, we got one hell of a talking. We're going inside once he leaves the apartment. Just grab all that you can, got the burner in your hand. I destroyed the house, took the blade in the couch. We got everything in a big brown bag. Don't you ever say a word or I'll leave your toe tagged. What Vito Banks told me, I don't think he a phony. We split 30 granny, took the cubic zirconia. Everybody wonder how your boy coming up. I got that underground sound, got the bombs in the truck, got the pounds, got the diamonds in my ring. That's what's up. I go and see my mother, leave the money on the counter. I love you, that's what giving me a good life. Sorry I don't do.
What up, y'all? This is Mike P from Zug Island.
Yo, it's just music. Love my boy LB. Forever.
Yo, it's just music, bitch.
It's Lil Busy, aka Lil Busy TV, man.
Yo, this is Hurricane.
What's up? This is MC Lars. You're watching It's Just Music with SicKKo ENT.
Hi, it's Scarlett. It's Just Music with SicKKo ENT.
Yo, what up? It's T-Lo.
What's up? You listening to the best radio station in the planet, the best podcast in the planet.
Y'all know who y'all rocking with, man. It's Just Music with SicKKo ENT, my nigga. SicKKoENT.com.
This is Nick Gibbs from the 316, and you're watching It's Just Music with SicKKo ENT.
Hey, this is Shay for the Dark Lord.
What's up? I'm 6 Digit. You're watching It's Just Music on a Signature Series Network.
Yo, this is Montel. You're watching This Is Just Music with SicKKo ENT.
Hope you have a good time. Enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, we'll probably run it through and bust your ass. You know, whatever.
Forgot what the fuck else I was supposed to say.
Toledo, that's the holy grail. Me and money like Oprah, Gail. You get a verse, hell. Everybody get a verse under your chair. Run and pick it up, I just put it right there. Catch me outside, Dr. Phil. The meds don't kill you, the doctor will. How about that when I hop out real? They're screaming, oh no, no, Mr. Bill. It's just a life we live, it's just a life we live.
Alright, Sickko, Zuka here. Time to cut the bullshit. It's time for It's Just Music with LB Sickning. Now I know something technical's gonna go wrong during this video. Just about every episode has a fuck up. And if you can catch it, write it down in the comments. Enjoy the show. Whoop whoop!
What up, y'all? LB Sickning making another video for my sickos. And today I got my homie on the show. Introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Mistress of Mayhem. Formerly Lady Chaos.
Mistress of Mayhem, formerly Lady Chaos, aka Lady Fat. That's for the ones that know. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. So today we're gonna go over a legend for sure. Sam Kinison was the first rock star of the comedy world. He passed away in 1992, I do believe it was, and he's my favorite comedian of like all time.
Yeah.
I know you hear about him a lot.
Oh, wow.
You know, I'm sorry.
Focus on it.
I mean, I'm excited, bro. I got to interview his brother, bro.
Right? That's huge.
How cool is that?
That's fucking awesome. I'm fucking happy as hell for you, dude.
We're gonna play some of Sam's music.
I've never heard it.
We're gonna play some interview. We're gonna have some fun. Let's go. So this is Sam Kinison's Wild Thing. It was made in fucking 1990 or some shit.
Before you were, well, right around
86, 87, 88, 99, I was 4 or 5. Somewhere around there. Let's go.
Alright.
I'm falling asleep here, man. I'll tell you what, let's go to a real party. Let's go to a party that has bands and action and women. How many women are really going to be there? Enough women, John, you can try them on like hats.
Oh, I like cats.
Oh, come on, we'll have a blast. Come on, Rodney, let's go. Come on.
Girls, I'm all fair me with girls, will you? I'll tell you what's out, all right? I mean, after I make love to a girl, I go back for first.
Well, maybe it's better anyway. I may need you guys to bail me out later. So, have a good one. I'll see you later.
Yeah, I think I'll just sit here, finish my beer, maybe just talk to Rodney.
Really? Well, John, I'm so happy you decided to stay on.
Sammy! Sam, wait a minute! Sammy!
thing I think you move me. But I wanna know for sure. Every time I kiss you, I taste what other men had for lunch. The only thing that gets you off is to see me in pain, but I think I love you. You make my heart scream. You took everything. Oh, wildly. One thing I think you move me. It just came to my mind. I thought I'd say that. You make me trust you. Then stuck the knife in my heart. You're a lying, unfaithful, untrustable tramp, but I think I love you. You make my heart scream. You took everything. Some kind of wild thing that went through our lives and made it hell. Cause everybody's had one, you, me, nobody likes to lose. And you know she's out there laughing at you. I don't care if it was last week or third grade. Someone broke your heart. What was her name? I'll never forgive you. How do you live with yourself? You never loved me. You used me. I'll just slide in her gas so I can taste your own blood. Why didn't you tell me you were a demon from hell? You deserve the men you're gonna meet, you loser. Railroad bones, transient, out of work guy. Guys are gonna use you like you used me. Guys are gonna take money out of your purse and crawl out a window. Ow, what's her
There was a shitload of famous people in that fucking video.
Billy Idol.
Flash. That fucking, I think, wasn't Van Halen in there? I think. Fucking, or at least one member.
His brother is a big reason why Sam made it big. Right? His brother's his manager.
Right,
You
yeah.
know, without your manager managing you, it's kind of hard to make it.
In a managerial sense.
Right.
In a management.
Good job, Bill. Let's get into some of this interview. Ready?
Yeah.
Go.
Y'all, let me introduce you to the one and only LB Sickning. This dude is not just a hip-hop artist, he's a whole vibe. LB's music isn't boxable, it's versatile and vibes with everyone. Go check out his website, www.sickkoent.com. 1 pound albums mean you get a full gram of tracks. 16 to be exact. Once in the streets, now he's showing us how to rise above. Hit him up on IG at LB Sickning to get your copy of his albums. He's shared stages with legends like Bone Thugs and Tech N9. LB's got mad respect from the likes of Lil Flip and Insane Clown Posse. That's insane. Creating a better world is his mission through music, you feel me? As long as I'm a decent dad, that's his real priority. Love that. Find his music on all streaming platforms. Do it now or miss out.
Awesome. Awesome. Welcome to It's Just Music, man. I'm LB Sickning, CEO of SicKKo Entertainment. Thank you for getting on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the brother of the legendary Sam Kinison, the first rock and roll star of comedy. So how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Yeah? I hear you're a preacher.
Now, what do you like to be called?
My real name's William. Everybody calls me LB.
LB?
Yeah, Little Billy.
Okay, well, I'm Bill, so LB. All right, we got it. I just want to make sure.
Nice to meet you. Can you share some memories from your childhood with Sam that you haven't really talked about on any other shows?
Well, I doubt there's been anything I haven't talked about because I've done about, probably 1,000
I'm sure,
interviews. Yeah. I was the older brother, and as Sam put it, I was the only father figure he had because our father was fairly old and had died at a young age for Sam. I think Sam was 16 when Dad died, and so I pretty much raised him. And he was an interesting character. We came from a very unique family.
For sure.
My dad was a preacher, and I was old enough to remember when he was very, very successful. And then first memory I have in life is when they fired him, pastoring their largest church, and then had 4 gentlemen that took him for a ride in an automobile and brought him back. And I didn't know until the last conversation I had with him, because whenever I'd ask him, what did they tell you? And he'd always be like, well, I just couldn't preach in Church of God churches anymore, and I had to leave town and all that. And then on the last time that I seen him, I didn't know it'd be the last time he did, because he wanted me to preach his funeral, and he said that God had told him he was going to take him before long, and he died 6 weeks later.
Oh, wow.
So I'll tell you what, which I never ever thought, you don't think you're going to, your parents are going to die one day, but you don't ever think it's anywhere close. Right. And so I asked him, I said, I'll tell you what, I'll preach a funeral if you'll tell me what they really told you in that automobile. And I said, was those executives from the Church of God? And he goes, no. Said they were the mafia, and they told me that if I ever preached another Church of God church, and if I didn't leave town, they would harm me and my family. And so my dad was pretty much like I am, and my brother Sam was. He wasn't afraid of anything, so I knew it had to be, more like that than them just telling him. And I didn't find out till after my father died. Sam never found out that our dad had been in the mafia.
Wow.
And did their stuff in St. Louis. And so you put all that together and you get an interesting family. And Sam was, he wasn't a bad kid. He was ornery, but he was always funny. He could make anything funny. Well, he went into the ministry to because he's named after our dad, and you're kind of raised with this. We were Pentecostal, and you're kind of raised with this thing that God put you in this family because you're supposed to be a preacher, especially if you're a male. And so Sam felt that way, and he felt like since he was named after Dad, he had to get in the ministry, and was never very successful. He preached for 7 years, and was never was never successful. And the amazing thing was, when he was in the ministry, what he did not have was stage presence. Yet when you see him doing comedy, that's his strong point. And so I really believe that what he should have been doing was comedy. I mean, and I felt like that when he got into the ministry.
I mean, so, I believe in God. God put him in situations so that he could become the comic that he was. Without all that stuff, would his jokes have been what they were is the question. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think they still would have been.
Yeah.
I remember when Sam was a kid and somehow he got an album called, or it was by a guy named Rudy Ray Moore.
You know he's right. You really ain't nothing but another jive turkey motherfucker riding on the head of my dick, trying to imitate the great, and you're about 20 years too late, motherfucker.
Who's that? Who said that?
I did. No business born insecure, bow-legged, cross-eyed, pigeon-toed, dilapidated motherfucker. Who the fuck are you? I can't believe that you don't recognize me. I am the ghost of Dolomite.
Ghost of Dolomite.
And I ain't lying either.
Shit, Dolomite ain't dead. He lives over in Las Vegas, man. What the fuck you talking about?
Motherfucker, I know goddamn well I ain't dead. I don't write the shit. I'm paid to perform it. If you want to know, ask this motherfucker what's...
I love that guy. Shout out to Rudy Ray Moore.
Well, that was, and that was Sam's idol, but we lived in a church, 24-room church. We would go way up in the attic of the church and listen to it because we knew we'd be in real trouble if our parents found out that we was listening to that. And I think that kind of got Sam started because he'd just start doing stuff, and he'd say stuff that Rudy Ray Moore was saying, which, man, we didn't we didn't talk that way, we didn't think that way, but Sam did. And then later on the honeymoon of his first marriage, they went to Hollywood, and he went to the Comedy Store, and they put him in the front row, and Richard Pryor got up and performed. And when Sam got back and got with me, and he told me, he said, man, I could do that. And now I never thought about him being a comedian or anything else. The amazing thing was that we were raised in the same projects as Richard Pryor, but we didn't know each other until Sam got into comedy. But Richard was his inspiration. And I'd say 2 years after that, they got a divorce. And that meant Sam was ruined in the ministry because Pentecostal people, if a preacher gets a divorce, that's the unpardonable sin. They used to say that if you can't take care of the house of God, you're not fit to take care of, or if you can't take care of your own home, you're not fit to take care of the house of God.
Right.
And so I told Sam, I said, I want you to take some time and really look down in your heart and find out what you've always wanted to do. He took about 5 seconds and said, I always want to be a stand-up comedian. And so I said, well, from this time on, never preach again, because if you do, you'll go back to it. And that's how he got into comedy.
I'm about done with this. I know. This is the last set of questions. Calm down, man. Goddamn, old school. Shit. Hey, I'm bored. Hey, man, we're gonna play their cover of Midnight Special, man. He was the bass player. My uncle was the lead singer. Let's go.
Let the midnight special shine around me. Let the midnight special shine around me.
In this book, Echoes for the Machine, The Rock TV Sessions, written by Mike Shepard. You can buy this on Amazon. If you go to page 365, there's an interview with me. Let's go down a little bit. It says, you've been working in the music industry and entertainment for over 15 years. What led you to that journey? Who were your earliest influences when it came to your love for music? And I replied with, my Uncle Dennis had a band, and they would rock out in the basement. I had a bedroom in his basement. So of course he told me, I was only around 10 to 13 years old, never to mess with any of the gear. But every chance I got, I would rock out with that without them knowing. I think they knew, but they never said anything. I think they were aware that I had a passion for it, and I can't really tell you what made me want to rap. I guess but Bone Thugs and Harmony. So was that true? Did you guys know that I was messing with your equipment? Did you know I was playing your bass?
Pretty much.
Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special love shine a light on me.
Yeah.
Good job.
That's classic. That's classic to me, dude. I grew up listening to that, dude. I'd hear that. What? You guys practice what, every Friday? Or was it Saturday?
I think we did like Tuesdays and Fridays or something.
Yeah.
Good job, Detroit.
Yeah, good job, Detroit. Great marijuana. Sam Kinison, love song. I love this one. This is great. Dude, I love showing people Sam Kinison. Like, you guys don't know what you're missing.
I know his stuff, but not his music. Like, I know his comedy.
Yeah.
For sure. Who doesn't?
Well, it's such a special night. It's our last show that I thought it was appropriate to do a love song. I wrote this about this girl that I met about 5 years ago. I was going to come out with some money, you know, and try to live out here for a while, and I met this girl and I wanted to impress her, you know, so we went through all my cash in about a year. Then one day she said, you know, Sam, there's something missing from our relationship. I said, what would be the cash by any chance, would it, honey? She said, no, we found so many special things about each other. I hate to see it all go to waste because the passion's gone. She says, can't we still, like, see each other once in a while and have lunch or see a movie or just to be friends? I said, yeah, friends. I think I know what you mean. I become some kind of emotional tampon that you need 4 or 5 days a month. But no one else will take your fucking bullshit. But we don't fuck. Isn't that about right, honey? That's what friends is. We don't fuck, right? She said, well, yeah, that's kind of it. I wrote this song. It goes like this. You fucking whore! You use me! You never loved me! I'll be a slide under a gas truck and taste your own fucking blood! Die! 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 I want my records back! I want my fucking records back! I appreciate you coming out, Hollywood! I love you! Good night!
Fucking beautiful.
That's hilarious. That, like, obviously that video or that song, whatever, influenced a shitload of comedians. Because, I mean, you've seen Wedding Singer, Adam Sandler's fucking performance, like, that is exactly, that's that.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
His art is timeless.
For sure. Yeah.
I mean, everybody.
And influential.
Yeah.
Super influential.
People's been married for generations. It's going to keep going, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, maybe someday people will wake up and stop getting married!
Yeah. Not gonna happen.
Maybe not. When I got married, we don't even want to go there. Let's go into some of this interview.
Nah, nigga, it's the principle of the thing. I mean, it's like you in the fucking store working the register, and at the end of the day, the shit just add up. Man, dog gonna roll through here tomorrow with the re-ups. I wanna have the package right.
Hey, Carl.
Isn't technology the fucking bomb?
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Damian Rain, aka Frog from The Wire. I'm here with It's Just Music, brought to you by Sickko Entertainment on the what?
Signature Series Network. Hey man, I
On the
appreciate you, bro.
Signature Series Network, motherfucker.
Hey man is in the building, of course.
It's SB the Ghost LOXD block, man.
Yo, Damien, what's poppin'? This is Cisco.
Shout out to the homie Damian Rain.
Y'all know Damien, right?
You know my homie Damian Rain.
Damian Rain?
You know Damian from The Wire.
He was the Frog.
He played Frog
on HBO The Wire.
Well, season 2.
Doing scenes with my boy Mep. Now he's back.
Get better than ever.
Encouraging folks to get help and follow your dreams.
Man, your dreams do come true, man, you know.
You know what? I would love to encourage people to get help if you need it.
Let him help you out.
So make sure you check it out, please. Ghost told you so.
Man, I think this is very responsible of you, bro.
Yo, damn, about time, baby. You're back. Welcome back. Yeah, D-Block.
Big up, man, and I wish you all the success on your project.
Damien, good shit, bro. We enjoyed you on The Wire, you asshole.
I'm gonna check it out too. Y'all should as well. All right?
I see it. I gotta check it out. Damien, I salute you, bro.
Got a chance to work with this brother for suicide prevention. You know what I'm saying? All y'all keep your heads up out there. And just keep pushing. I know life is hard, but you just gotta keep pushing. Look out for his album called Suicide Love Letters. Coming soon.
It's so much blood in the street. I seen too many die. So many real ones we lost. Only one question why. I got some pain in my heart, feeling me in my eye. I pray that God make it rain so you don't see me cry. Cry. I pray the rain fall down.
I know that you know about the things that I've been going through, but you never said a word as long as I've been knowing you. Acting like you going to heaven, but I ain't going to. After all the love and forgiveness I've been showing you, love how you go and do me wrong and then move on. We should really be together, but now you gone. Two wrongs don't make a right, but I ain't do wrong. At least not the way you did, so I ain't too wrong. Even if I did a little bit, I apologize. Really must not have seen it like my mama's eyes. Love was blind, it was homicide. On this love of mine, don't care. I was thinking suicide, then never mind. Were you ever there? Did you ever care? I was always there for you. You was everywhere.
What was it like transitioning from a preacher's household to the world of comedy?
Really wasn't much different, to be honest with you. The difference for Sam is he was a natural.
Right.
He went down to Houston, Texas, which is kind of funny now because they had a bar that decided that they would teach you how to be a stand-up comedian in a week. And surprisingly, well, there was, back then you didn't have comedy clubs everywhere. You had L.A., New York, and Chicago, basically. And some of the Bill Hicks came out of there. Yakov Smirnoff came out of there. But Sam was the king from the very first time he was on stage. And I think the reason was he had stage presence. He never had that in the ministry, but he did in comedy. And that was where he met Rodney Dangerfield, that Rodney never forgot him and ended up giving him his break.
Yeah, I saw your documentaries about that. You've met so many famous people. Are there anybody that you were starstruck about meeting?
Now that's a good question. I don't think anybody's ever asked me that. I know this is going to sound arrogant, but not really. I was a very successful preacher, and we were in civic centers and city auditoriums. We draw 5,000 people a night, my brother Richard and I. And so coming out and managing Sam, I really respected, who they were. I don't want to, act like I didn't, but I can't say that I was starstruck with anybody. Sylvester Stallone, we were close friends almost from the beginning. Jim Carrey, Sam and I both were very close friends with Jim from the first night he came to Hollywood. And Jack Nicholson and, just so many. and
Right.
I respected who they were. But the amazing thing was, is they were intrigued that we were preachers, and I think that they respected me about as much as I respected them, which was a lot. I mean, we had a lot of celebrity friends, but they seemed to be able to just be themselves around us.
You still preach today, don't you?
Oh, I don't call it preaching. I do a program on Sunday morning or a Sunday at noon Central Time, but it's more motivational than it is preaching. I don't like to be called a reverend. We my daughter says I'm a spiritual influencer, and so if you watch our program, I don't think you call it. Actually, I think religious people probably would not care that much for my program because I'm pretty much anti-religion and more of you can do whatever you want to do in life and have whatever you want to have when you recognize the God in you.
Right.
And that doesn't come through some ritual, in my opinion, but that's what we do on Sunday for 30 minutes. And we minister over 5,000 people live on Sunday.
I loved your brother's teachings. Because he was teaching while he was being funny.
Yeah.
And I grew up in a Baptist community,
yeah.
So they kind of shoved the Bible down your throat too, give us money, money, money. And I felt a lot like Sam. I remember being 6 years old when he died, 6, 7 years old, something like that. And I seen it all over TV. And I remember seeing him in the movie with Pauly Shore. And I don't know what it was. About 6 months ago, I refound Sam, and I've been on it all. I've been watching a video about Sam almost every day since. Yeah, it's so cool to me that I'm getting to interview his brother right now. Like, this is awesome. Thank you for doing this again. How do you feel that Sam's influence, like today, on today's culture? Do you think that it fits with today too? Because I do.
I think that I think Sam definitely influenced the comedy. He was the first comedian ever on HBO that said the word fuck.
Right.
And when he did the HBO special with Rodney Dangerfield and did his specials, they wouldn't show them until after midnight, so that kids wouldn't be affected by it. And so
I still saw it.
I think I don't think he would have made it today if you're asking me that question. With the political correctness and the woke and
he would have been
else, because he would not have compromised. That was just not a word that the Kinisons knew. And but I definitely think he influenced the culture to be able to make comedy out of anything, on taboo subjects. There was nothing sacred to him, nothing. And the other thing is that Sam never wrote a routine. He didn't do routines. He was a storyteller and never did sit down and write. I don't know if he would even know how, but he never sat down and actually wrote a routine out. So everything was pretty much off of his top of his head every show. And we did over 280 shows a year.
That's so impressive. I didn't know that part about him. Can you discuss the process of you writing the book, Brother Sam, The Short Spectacular Life of Sam Kinison?
What kind of process you want?
How did you do it? Did you write down the skeleton, or did you just go A to Z? Did you have help?
I did have a co-writer to get a book deal, because they didn't think that I'd be able to write the book, but I ended up writing the book anyway. And me and the co-writer met, every day, probably for at least 6 weeks, just to write the treatment. Then once you, which is telling them, you know, who you think is going to buy this book, what the book is about, and everything. And then you send that to your agent, sends it to the publishers, and if they're interested, you get into a bidding war, which is what happened with Sam's book. And we intentionally wrote it the way that we did because I figured there would always be a movie about it. And so that was why we wrote it like we did. And then it was just therapeutic. This is what happened. And I remember the only problem that I had is when it came to Malika. And, you know, and I was trying to, which was his third wife, I was trying to, you know, be careful and everything else. And then I went, you know, no, this is not Sam. I'm going to tell the story exactly like it happened. If people are upset by it, they're upset by it. But this is what happened. And that's how we wrote the book. Very open, very honest.
I respect that. Thank you for that.
I'm Johnny Ketchup of the Quits, and you are watching It's Just Music with SicKKo ENT. Stay tuned.
Check it out, man. This song's called High Octane. And we're going to get into some interview. Let's play it.
Okay, how about this? It's got that punk rock feel, but we leave all of that hatred and negativity, and we leave a lot of the, we don't add politics, any of that stuff to it. We're just here to have fun, man. I've got my new puppy sitting here with me. Even his little tag has a rhythm to it. So even with him walking around the house and I hear that clanging and clanging, my brain picks up on those rhythms, and then I can't help it but put lyrics to them. Now look, Johnny Ketchup is a stage character, like Alice Cooper or something, right? It's a character that I play on stage, and Johnny Ketchup is a drug addict and an alcoholic and just a madman party guy. So while I'm doing the song Fucked Up, I've probably got 6 open cans of beer that I'm just dumping and throwing them in the audience and just making absolute mayhem, and the kids just love it and they scream out for more.
You got some alcohol, now I'm gonna drink it. You got a ship to sail, now I'm gonna sing it. You got a dollar bill, I'm gonna spend it. You got a lot to live, you know I'm gonna end it. High octane, yeah, high octane. You got something to say, you all said. You got a game to play, what's your plan? We're heading to the top, we're gonna make it. Next time I see you fishing, oh, I'm gonna break it. High octane, yeah, high octane. High octane.
Whoa. Settle down there, killer. Settle down there, killer. That song was fucking badass. Let's get into some interview.
Only Dangerfield.
Yeah.
He's the one that found the key.
But he gets
You don't like Rodney?
it's his famous line. I get no respect. That's his famous fucking thing.
No, you're making me look stupid right
You
now.
make
I'm
yourself look
sorry.
Stupid.
Huh. Let's sing these luggers out to fucking Rodney Dangerfield. Fucking check it out.
Rodney, Rodney, I've been looking for you. What are you're drinking, man? What's wrong?
It's Laverne, Sam, Laverne. She drives me nuts. You know how much I love her, Sam. You don't know what I go through. Every guy I meet, I mention her name, it rings a bang. Well, last week I caught her with the mailman.
What did she say about that?
She told me not to tell the milkman.
Rodney, there's plenty of women around.
Sam, you know me. With girls, I don't think right.
Women are just little girls. You got to treat them like little girls. That's why you have to put them over your knee, pull up their dress, and spank them.
I tried it with Laverne, Sam. It didn't work, you know. I put her over my knee. I picked up her dress. I forgot I was mad at her.
Listen, let's get out of here. Let me take you home.
I'm waiting for the piano player, Sam. He plays torch songs. He'll make me feel better, you know?
Hey, wait a second. I can play those songs.
Torch songs?
Yeah, I can play those songs.
Yeah.
What a buddy's for. I can cheer you up, Rodney.
Oh, thanks,
Hold on,
Sam.
right
Thanks.
there.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah. I would like to sing a song for my buddy Rodney, whose girl Laverne broke his heart and let him down. But what Rodney doesn't know, he's got every reason to feel so low. Because Rodney, she fucked everyone in this fucking town. You fucking whore! You used Rodney! You never loved Rodney! Remember when Rodney went to the ball game? You had your own ball game! You fucked the whole fire department! You were the fire, you fucking bitch! They had to use your fucking hose! Oh yeah, you fucked the butcher because you said he had the biggest salami in town! I know all about you! Oh yeah, you read Moby Dick because you thought there was dick in it! It was the only book you ever read and you ended up sucking the butt! Oh, I was his best friend, you sucked my dick! I felt guilty! How come you didn't feel guilty? Because you don't feel anything, you fucking whore! Oh, you ought to die! Die, you fucking bitch! Die! Die, you whore!
Thanks, Sam. I feel much better. The whole firehouse. They got a Dalmatian there, too.
Holy shit. Oh, fuck.
Fucking legend, man.
I haven't laughed that for a while.
So, are you a fan?
Yeah, for sure. I was always a, sort of fan, but now I'm a fan. I'm a fan. For sure.
You should have always been a damn fan.
Who are you, the fucking Godfather? What the fuck do you think this is? Get the fuck out of here. Look at me like that.
Fuck you, man. Let me do my act, alright? Shit.
Fuck your act.
Son. I already ripped off fucking Sam once in this episode. Shit. What'd you think of that?
I liked that. I'm like, obviously you spend the whole first part of the song questioning when does the screaming start, and then the screaming starts. It's fucking funny.
Dude, nobody has a scream like that.
No. It's weird because that's true, but his brother sounds just like him.
Talking?
Yeah.
Sure. Bill, thank you for getting on the show. Let's get into some more interview.
How did you cope with the pressures of managing such a high-profile comedian like Sam?
Well, it was a full-time job. I had offers from Heart and different rock and roll groups that wanted me to manage them, but Sam was 24/7. And it was, well, let me put it this way. I did 5 months in a rehab and it didn't even drink for a drug hit that I took for him at the airport. And that pretty much tells you what that 7-8 years was. I mean, it was continual, and but he was my brother, and I loved him. And I remember when I was in the rehab, and they try to get you to first thing to do is admit you're an alcoholic or drug addict, and I wouldn't do it because I'm not. And I remember I'd get up and have to speak, and I'd say, I'm Bill, and then all the other guys be there going and I go, it's just Bill. And then they go denial, and I would grab my balls and just say, deny this, and
right.
it's not going to happen. I'm not going to stand up here and lie for you. But I mean, whatever. I managed at first. I knew the average career in show business, especially comedians, is 3 years that you're hot.
Right.
And then you're just existing. And so I made my decisions as long lasting and not just a 3-year career. And I think I did that because it was my brother. I was also the only person that he would trust to manage his career. And I didn't get involved in his performances, and he didn't get involved in the business. I let him know what all was going on and everything, but I made the business decisions, and he went along with them, and they ordinarily were correct. And so it was. I don't know how to even answer that question, man. it was. I managed Rodney Dangerfield after Sam died.
Oh, really?
Huh?
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, I managed him for about 6 weeks, and managed Pauly Shore for a while. And I just couldn't do it because Sam was different every single show. That's one reason I loved managing him.
Right.
Where I remember he was on Johnny Carson one time, and I don't know how it came up. Johnny was interviewing him on the Tonight Show, and Sam said, "You know what kills me? What kills me is these comedians that go to the Comedy Store, or they go somewhere, and it takes them a year to work out a new act, and then they go tour for 20 or 30 cities. Then they got to come back and take another year to get a new act." And Sam said, "Man, I was a preacher. You had to have a new act every night."
Right.
So it wasn't like you could do this over and over. And that's how he felt. I remember we were at the where he started in Houston, and he was just starting out, and we were back in the green room, and the comedians were coming back, and they were saying how tough the crowd is. Man, they're a rough crowd tonight. This is a tough crowd. And so after a while, Sam got really frustrated with them, and so he stood up in the middle of the room and said, "You guys don't know what a tough crowd is." Said a tough crowd is having a morning service. 6 people show up that don't want to be there, and you got to raise enough money to pay your house payment. That's a tough crowd. He said, as long as I have to just go out and make these people laugh, there's nothing tough about that. And he really felt that way. He really felt that way. He thought it was the easiest thing in the world just to make people laugh.
I have to disagree with that. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely not an easy thing to do. I suck
well, it
at
was
it.
for him.
Right. How did you support Sam during such challenging times in his career?
As far as what?
Money-wise. Like if there was any times you guys were broke or anything like that.
Well, all up until he made it. And then he made so much money. I remember when I came out and started managing him, he was making $35 a night at the Comedy Store. And I remember we sat down and I was like, Sam, you've been out here now for 5 years as a doorman. What do you got going? And he goes, man, I'm waiting for, somebody to see me. And I told him, we're not waiting for anything. Said, I don't have 5 years to waste out here. And so if you want me to manage you, then I'm going to manage you. And so I started bringing in agents and managers. I was willing to even give up the management if I could find somebody that I thought would do a good job. And then it wasn't long after that Rodney Dangerfield saw him again. They had become very, very close friends, the three of us, and saw him he had just played Universal Amphitheater, and he came to the Comedy Store afterwards. And Mitzi used to hold off, she was the owner of the Comedy Store. She used to hold off Sam until 2 o'clock in the morning because she knew at 2 o'clock in the morning, everybody was going to come in and watch Sam. And he wasn't big yet. And so Rodney went down there and he watched Sam again. And then he went upstairs and he was getting ready to do this HBO Young Comedian special. And he bumped a comedian, which I didn't know until Rodney died, was actually Tim Allen, and he was still upset about it. And I go, Tim, everything worked out good for you, and it worked out good for Sam. And but he told Sam, said, I just bumped a guy, and I think you're ready to do the HBO special. Well, Sam thought it was a contest. I owned a comedy store in Madison, Wisconsin, and I had just held the Showtime's Funniest Man in America contest finals at our club. And Sam thought it was a contest. Well, he wasn't going to win a contest with his material and stuff. That just wasn't going to happen. And so he told Rodney, man, I don't do contests, and kind of walked away. So Rodney started asking around, where's his brother at? Where's Bill at? They said, I think he's at home. So, well, give me his phone number. So somebody gave him my phone number. And he called me at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I said, what's up, Rodney? And he said, your brother, I think, is missing a good opportunity. And said, I'm doing this young comedian special in New York at my club, Dangerfields. And I think it'd be good for Sam. And so I told him exactly what Sam did. And that was, Sam doesn't do contests. And I don't know, on your podcast, if you can cuss or not, but
no, do you think?
I'll tell you exactly what Rodney said. And that was, what the fuck is it with you two guys? It's not a goddamn contest. It's a showcase. I think it might help him. And so I said, well, I'll talk to him in the morning and we'll find out. Well, I talked to Sam and it was a hard sell, but I told him, I said, we get a free trip to New York and, we can see New York, and then was not going to cost us anything instead of you just sitting here at the Comedy Store. So we went up and they did a run through of the show for the grips and the cameramen and everything else for the next night. And when Sam got up, he was the last one up and did his 6 minutes. Everybody walked out on him. I think the crew would have walked out if they wasn't getting paid, but he cleared the club. And when he come off, he told Rodney, he said, I don't think I can get going in 6 minutes, Rodney. And Rodney told him, said, tomorrow night you're going to kill. I'm telling you, you'll kill tomorrow night. 6 minutes came the next night, and that made his career. Was that 6 minutes?
Yeah, I saw that footage. We're going to play that.
Okay, now stick with me because it gets real complicated. But before I was your little son, before I was your baby, your dependent, I was a free spirit in the next stage of life. I walked in the cosmos, not imprisoned by a body of flesh, but free in a body of light. I knew all things. There were no questions, only answers, no weaknesses, only strength. I was light. I was truth. I was a spiritual being. I was a god, but you had to fuck and bring my ass down here. I didn't ask to be born. I didn't call you up and say, please have me. Can I work at Winchell someday? I hear this shit. You fucked. You had me. Now you want me to pay my own way? Fuck you. Pick up the fucking check, Bobby.
Okay. But
this is pre-recorded show. Pre-recorded show.
All right.
Yeah. So there's going to be, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play 3 to 5 songs that was made about Sam, or Sam was mentioned in them or something. I'd appreciate it if you could help me with that. If you know of any, I think it's really, really cool that you found me through an AI song that I wrote. I mean, I wrote the lyrics to it, but the AI sung it, you know? So for anybody that's hating on AI, just know that AI made this interview happen. You know?
I had a listener that somehow found it and sent me a copy. That's how we became aware of it.
That's awesome. That's so awesome.
But that's where it started, and he was asking about, you know, the money. We set out all of a sudden, by the way, in the next, actually in the next week after it aired, everybody knew what to do with him. We signed a full record deal with Warner Brothers, a 4 special deal with HBO, a 7 show appearance with David Letterman. I mean, on and on. And Saturday Night Live, we did a 5 show deal with Saturday Night Live. And I remember we got a bus or rented a bus and went on this 40 city tour. The first show was in Fort Lauderdale, and it was at a stand-up rock and roll club, about 3,000 people. And Sam did a show, and he's on the bus, and we're getting ready to leave. And I come on the bus after settling, and he said, "How'd we do, brother?" And I said, "I just got a check for $12,000. And man, we started hugging each other. We were crying. We had made it. By the end of that 40 city tour, I never considered a show of under 50,000. He eventually topped out at $175,000 a night.
Oh, wow.
So I never had to take care of Sam. Up till that time, I took care of him every month. I paid his rent, even when I didn't live out there. And gave him money.
Well, I do got to say that you've done a very good job keeping his legacy alive.
Yeah, I think so.
For sure. I can't wait to show my family and friends this interview. I'm very grateful for you getting on. What do you miss most about Sam?
Yo, what up? It's T-Lo. You're listening to It's Just Music, watching It's Just Music, whichever you're doing in the car, on SicKKo ENT. Hope you have a good time. Enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, we'll probably run it through and bust your ass. You know, whatever.
Let's begin. I don't want to wake up. No, I don't want to take up any more time looking at my girl like, yeah, we might as well break up.
I go by the name T-Lo, and I just rap, make a little music, and try to make a lot of difference, a lot of change. That's my goal. So
you've opened up for a lot of artists. I've watched with my own 2 eyes. You opened up for some.
Because of you.
Yeah.
Because of you. You gave me the hookup.
You're welcome, my friend. I'm glad that I was a part of your journey. You know what I mean? It's an honor, for real. I can't lie, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. I was jealous as fuck when you went viral, dog. I was jealous as a motherfucker, dude. I'm glad I don't think like that anymore. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, man, out of everybody in Sandusky, it was T-Lo? The fuck?
Okay, let me just tell a story. When I put Dear Norwalk out, there was this lady who commented. She was furious with me. She was like, "You made Norwalk look like a piece of shit town. Like, we don't got this, we don't got that." And in the 5-6 years since I put that out, Norwalk has lost so many people, like just my age, that have died, and younger who have died from overdoses. And I think about her a lot. Like, do you see it now? Like, do you get it now? What we're like, it's not about the outward appearance of a town. Yes, Norwalk may look beautiful. You have a lot of old homes that people have kept up very nicely, but inside those homes, people are dying. You know, like, it's so to the haters and to the people that don't get it, like fuck you.
It's so contrite, wipe it off, keep on looking how to push through. I know in my heart I am a good dude, living and doing my best to get by, but these thoughts carry me like a riptide. Trying to swim, but I ain't no Mike Phelps, just wanna quit and kill myself. But there is so many that I gotta prove wrong, so even if it's weak though, I gotta move on. Clouds circle up and I get so drenched, I'm reaching out, calling for assistance. Feels like I is in existence, and I'm too weak to go the distance. I'm so weak. This that shit that won't let me go to sleep. This that shit that won't even let me eat. This that shit that knocks me off my feet. This that shit that makes me feel weak. This shit that makes me feel weak. That shit that makes me feel weak. That shit that makes me feel weak. That shit that makes me feel.
I want to give some more facts about this young man. He's not what he looks like. A sweet young thing. You know that his hobby is standing in front of a tennis ball serving machine with his robe open? Items from this defendant's diary. Look at this. Never play leapfrog with a unicorn. A man with rubber pockets will probably steal soup. Better to have loved and lost than never to have been in a motel at all. It's bad luck to salute a donkey. Madonna's underarms will be declared a forest preserve. No matter where you go, there you are. By the way, Your Honor, I think there's a sparrow loose in your hair. All right. These are the thoughts of a man who would convict a crime, and I rest my case.
Has the jury reached a verdict?
Yes, we have, Your Honor.
Do you have anything to say before I pass sentence?
I've got something to say.
Girl, push me around. It's down to me. Yeah. The difference in the clothes she wears down to me. A change has come. Here's a lady with
Never eaten a restaurant where you see a cockroach bench pressing a burrito.
How am I doing?
Well, I do got to say that you've done a very good job keeping his legacy alive.
Yeah, I think so.
For sure. I can't wait to show my family and friends this interview. I'm very grateful for you getting on. What do you miss most about Sam?
I miss him.
Just him. I like that
Yeah,
answer.
I miss him. You know, I had three brothers, and all three of them passed.
Yeah, I heard about
And
Kevin was his name, right?
yeah, Kevin, he was the youngest, and he was we always called him the normal one. The others, Sam, Richard, and I, we weren't normal.
Right.
So Kevin come along, he was the normal one. And but with Sam, I miss the talks that we had. We had a lot of spiritual talks with each other.
Right.
And, you know, and that hanging together. Funny thing is, my parents had a church in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And R&R, a lot of times, we'd go there after a tour, in the middle of the tour, and relax. And it was like nobody in Oklahoma knew him. I mean, he'd go out to the restaurants, you know, we'd go eat and everything else. Nobody, they kind of look at him and be like, nah, that's not him. And so I told him one time, because we'd have to go to church every time we was there, every service. And I told him one time, I said, I'm gonna let the media know that you're here. And he goes, brother, you do, and you're fired. And because the church people that he grew up with didn't realize he was a big star. And they would come up, and they're Oklahoma, people, and they come up to him after a service and say, well, Brother Sam, how's it going out there in Hollywood? Are you doing good? And everything else, not realizing that this guy at the time had won 6 Billboard awards for the best or the most sellouts on concert venues 6 years in a row. They had no idea, man. It was just Brother Sam to them.
That's kind of cool, though, you know?
Huh?
Kind of cool, though, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
In a way. Like, I don't know, that probably helped him stay humble. He seemed like a very humble guy.
He never changed with fame. He never changed with fame. And the biggest thing that he had was he was loyal, but he demanded loyalty.
Right.
And if you weren't loyal, he could be vicious. And because that's what he always wanted in life. He wanted friends. Right. And I'll never forget when he did a routine one time about the sisters, Malika and Sabrina. And I think it's actually on the last HBO special we did. And they would come out, with him, one on each arm, and then he'd say something about them, and they go back, and he goes, yeah, they love me. Yeah, they'd be here. They'd be right by me if I was pumping gas at a gas station. And I think he really felt that way. He told me one time, said, Bill, I'm never going to know what it is to ever fall in love with another woman. And I go, what are you talking about? You date celebrities, you date beautiful women. And yeah, but I don't know that they'll ever love me for me and not being a star. And that was kind of sad, but that's how he felt.
Yeah, I wonder that, being the small amount of fame I have in just this town, I've wondered that. So I can only imagine what it's like having that much success. It's probably really hard having close relationships with people.
It is.
I can only imagine.
And you're in a cutthroat business.
Right. And
I was used to that in the ministry, only, instead of preachers and stuff, now I was dealing with producers and promoters and, music execs and stuff. But it was the same. You asked earlier about the difference in Hollywood and church. There wasn't any difference. You had charlatans in both places.
Is there anything that you would like to plug while you're on here? We got 6 minutes left.
Well, we have 2 projects. Hopefully that will come together, but I can't really, until they're signed in ink, I can't really mention either one of them. But they're gigantic. They are gigantic, and for some reason, in the last year especially, there's been a new revival about Sam. It's like the new generation has discovered him, because he's been dead, 32 years.
Right.
And now all of a sudden, you've got this whole generation of people that basically like you, that have discovered him and discovered his material, and his material is timeless. Man, it's as good right now as it was when he first said it.
I've been married. My ex-wife is in prison for 30 years for murder. I relate a lot to his stuff.
Oh,
she was a psycho. Yeah, man. I need a drop from you before we go, if you don't mind.
Sure.
This is Bill Kinison. You're watching It's Just Music with LB Sickning on SicKKo Entertainment, or something around them lines. Whatever you want.
Now it's LT Sick.
LB Sickning.
Okay, LB Sickning. Okay. You want me to go ahead and do it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, this is Bill Kinison, brother of Sam Kinison, and we're on the LB Sickko till. What'd they say?
LB, you're watching It's Just Music with LB Sickning.
Okay, you're watching Bill Kinison on the LB Sickness Tour, or whatever. Why couldn't have a name?
You're watching my podcast, guys.
Anyway, he's my man, and whatever he needs, I'll be there for him.
Hey, I appreciate that, man. Much love to you. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you liked the lyrics that I wrote.
I love them. I thought the song was fantastic.
Yes, show it to somebody. Tell them to redo it.
I shared it.
Yeah, I'd love to hear a real band redo my lyrics. That'd be awesome. I do music myself. I've gone ghetto gold once with Lil Flip. I don't know if you know who that rapper is.
No,
yeah.
Yo, seriously, are you still vibing to that boring music? Let me put you onto something fire. LB Sickning, Blaze Hunter, and Lil Flip are out here dropping pure gold. Ever seen a cartoon music video that slaps this hard? The animation is insane, like next level creativity. You're gonna be hooked from the first second. Lil Flip's flow? Straight fire, my dude. He brings that retro vibe with a fresh twist. If you ain't bopping your head, are you even alive? Stop sleeping on this track and video. Get ready to add this to your playlist ASAP. Click that link and vibe with SicKKo right now.
I do a lot of stuff like the Juggalo community, ICP, and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. I got one award on my wall. That's about it. Very cool.
Oh, that is cool. Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you. Oh, man, I can't believe you said yes to this. I just did an interview with Sam Kinison's brother, bro. How cool, legendary, awesome. Oh, that's so cool. I can't wait to get on this show. If you can do me a favor, please send me 3 to 5 songs that Sam Kinison has been mentioned in.
Oh, man. I can better tell you, Howard Stern, which I'm sure you can get on YouTube, did a tribute to Sam, actually the very next day after he died, which is very emotional. I'll see what I can do. And, Sam recorded 5 songs.
I can play those if I can have your permission to play them.
Sure.
Like I'll have to copyright all that, fix it on YouTube.
No, Besides that, he's been dead so long that it's public domain now.
Yeah. Okay, cool, man. That's what I'll do then. I've watched so much of his content, but I'm sure I haven't found it all yet. I listened to a couple of his records. I want to get one on vinyl. I can't wait to get one. I'm gonna get one, especially now that I've talked to you. That's awesome.
Well, if you will, if you'll send me your text, I'll send you some CDs and DVDs. Maybe there'll be something in there that you don't have.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I'd love you for that. Yeah, and I'll send you copies of my stuff.
Yes, please, please.
All right, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you, brother. Have a good night.
Yeah. You too. I'll send you the link when I'm done with the show, okay?
Yeah, please do. Please do.
It'll be a few days.
All right. Take your time.
Have a good one.
All right.
In a world so quiet, he broke through the roar. From a preacher's pulpit to the spotlight's floor, he turned pain into punchlines, anger into art. A wild heart on stage, tearing gnomes apart. He screamed his truth, raw and unrefined. A rebel with a microphone, one of a kind. Sam Kinison was a comic genius. Hear that mighty sound. Every laugh, every shout, shook the world around. He wasn't here to please, he was here to break the rules, lighting up our darkest nights with his unbridled burning fuel. He took the sacred and the profane and mixed them all together. Every joke a thunderbolt, every line a stormy weather. With a voice like a crashing wave and a soul unchained, he made us laugh at life's cruel joke. His spirit never tamed. No topic was too taboo, no heart too tough to mend. He made the stage's battleground and laughter his best friend. Sam Kinison was a comic genius, a wildfire on the mic. His rage was our release, his humor sharp as a strike. In every furious note and every gut-wrenching cry, he taught us to find courage in laughter, never to ask why. From the depths of personal sorrow to the heights of comic fame, he dared to shout the truth aloud, never caring about the shame. A beacon for the misfits, a rebel for the night. His legacy lives in every roar of laughter burning bright. Sam Kinison was a comic genius. Hear that mighty sound. Every laugh, every shout, shook the world around. He wasn't here to please, he was here to break the rules, lighting up our darkest nights with his unbridled burning fuel. So here's to the wild, the raw, the brave on stage. May his spirit echo evermore beyond the final page. Sam Kinison, forever bold, forever free. A comic genius whose laughter lives eternally.
We got LB Sickning. We got Lil Flip. Let's go. Oh yeah, I'm the realest to do this. I'm a G in these streets and you sweeter than Cool Whip. I'm a scholar to the game while most of you clueless. Crossing me, that would be foolish. Cause I'm a beast, I'm a dog. I'm a problem. I'm a sicko. I'm a sicko in these streets. I'm a boss. I got 'em. SicKKo ENT, nice window.
Yo, what's happening, y'all? This is Wishbone, both of us in Motherfucking Harmony.
Man, you already know what it is, man. It's Rugrats Chucky. There's a big cherry there.
Cricket the gift in this bitch.
You already know what it is, man. This is nonsense.
Yo, what happens, Jay Bazaar? And you're watching It's Just Music.
Yo, it's your boy Ashby, the king of Cleveland.
It's down the grind.
What's up? You got Razor Ray and Motown Rage, rising up angry, insane clown posse's crazy rock and roll show.
AKA Dog Genius.
You're watching It's Just Music with SicKKo ENT.
Yo, it's Hair Trigger, and it's just music.
Hey, what's up? I'm Tom Putnam. I'm one of the directors of the ICP documentary, The United States of Insanity.
It's like, this is Rocky Rob.
aka Chris Nonsense, aka Nonsense is Dog Genius.
You're watching It's Just Music with Sickko Entertainment. If you ain't on it, get on it. Don't be a dumb motherfucker.
It's just music. And you know when I'm vibing out, man, you know I gotta when I'm really watching these interviews and these podcasts, man, you know, man, it's just music with Sickko Entertainment, man. That's what I'm paying attention to.
And you're listening to It's Just Music with SicKko ENT.
It's AKA. Nah, I'm just playing. You already know what it is, man. Listen, we are listening to, and of course, freaking watching, It's Just Music with SicKko ENT.
With SicKko ENT.
Bang. Guys, this is Laycast. It's Just Music, and you're watching SicKko ENT with Signature Series Network.
With SicKko ENT on the Signature Series Network.
Hey, it's Alex Jaffe, and you're watching It's Just Music with SicKko ENT.
You're watching It's Just Music with SicKko ENT. Tap in.
What's cracking, everybody? It's your boy Bobby Mars, and you are in tune with It's Just Music with SicKko ENT.
What's going on, y'all? AC Killer in the building.
Fire all the heat, man. You already know, man. We turning up, man. Very Rich Entertainment, Harmony House.
Yo, this is Diesel Water.
And you watching It's Just Music with SicKko Entertainment.
Denimals Productions. You watching It's Just Music with SicKko ENT. Hey, yay, stay motherfucking Dennet.
What's up, y'all? It's Jimmy the Gunner, man, and y'all tuned in with It's Just Music with SicKko ENT.
Sonny Black. It's Just Music with SicKko Entertainment. My homeboy. All love, cuz.
Hey, yo, what up? It's Rap God.
What's good? It's your boy Tony Man.
Oh, it's your loud boy, and you're watching It's Just Music with SicKko ENT.
Watch it or die.
Things like a track meet. Legend in the game, bro, you need to pay homage. I catch one out of nowhere to the head like bondage. I rock it like Eric Gordon. I'm bossy like Barry Gordon. I lock in and tell your organs in alphanumeric order. I drop it like Randy Orton. Try me and I.
Alright, sickos. Zuka here. Time to cut the bullshit. It's time for It's Just Music with LB Sickning. Now I know something technical's gonna go wrong during this video. Just about every episode has a fuck up. And if you can catch it, write it down in the comments. Enjoy the show. Whoop whoop.